This grand medieval fortress lies some 3 miles inland, but when it was built in the 13th century, it had to be accessible by ship. Find out how this remarkable feat was achieved and where I am in just a moment. Today, I'm helping a couple who've decided to ditch their busy lives beside the seaside and embark on a search for a quieter life in the countryside. We hunt high and low for a property that gives them that gut feeling.
No, hasn't grabbed me yet, no.
And in one house, it looks like we might have found it before we even get through the front door.
And she's got tears already.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is, isn't it?
I'm in Denbighshire in North Wales, and this is Rhuthlen Castle. Built by Edward I in the 13th century, it's a pioneering example of castle fortification, where walls were constructed within walls to provide an extra layer of defence. But the most impressive piece of engineering here isn't the castle itself. To keep the castle well supplied in the event of a siege, Edward ordered that the nearby River Clwyd be diverted by more than 2 miles to provide a deep water channel that ships could navigate. As you can imagine, it was a mammoth task. It took nearly 2,000 people to dig the ditch. Over the centuries, the castle went on to play a pivotal role in Welsh history, and today its ruins stand as testament to the area's sometimes turbulent past. It's just the start of what there is to discover in this peaceful part of North Wales. Denbighshire is bordered by 5 counties, including Conwy to the west and Flintshire and Wrexham to the east. The hilly moorland that makes up most of the county is dotted with medieval ruins, including 13th century Vale Crucis Abbey, on a site specially chosen for its isolation by the solitude-loving order of Cistercian monks. The decline of traditional industries like coal and steel mean that today agriculture and tourism are the mainstays of the local economy. The unspoilt countryside is popular with walkers, and visitors also come to enjoy the 6 miles of broad sands between the resorts of Rhyl and Prestatyn. Inland, the town of Rhuthlen claims to have more listed buildings than any other market town in North Wales, including Grade 1 listed Nant Clwyd Idra, Wales's oldest timber house dating back to 1435. Denbighshire's proximity to the border means the county is home to a large English population, but it still managed to retain its status as a bastion of the Welsh language, with over a quarter of the population able to speak the native tongue. When it comes to property prices, Denbighshire is a bit of an undiscovered gem. Despite the alluring mix of countryside and coast, the average price of a detached house here is just over £141,000. That's almost a whopping 130 grand under the national average. Like any part of the country, though, there are hotspots, and properties in and around the picturesque Vale of Clwyd do command a premium. Value for money aside, why have today's buyers decided to make this wonderful corner of North Wales their home? Well, it's time to meet them and find out. Childhood sweethearts Ian and Jill live in their 5-bed home in Sandwich, Kent, where they run a B&B. They've been married for 37 years, but were on each other's radar long before that.
We were at primary school together, and then we went to secondary school. Do you reckon when we met was at that bus stop?
Yeah.
OK, both going to the same place at the same time, and I took the opportunity of walking to Jill's
my bus stop so that he could meet me.
Yes.
And we've never been apart since I was 16, and asked me to marry him the year after.
Ian's job as a chemical engineer meant they spent most of their marriage on the move before settling in Sandwich, where beauty therapist and entrepreneur Jill set up the B&B. But with Ian away from home, she soon decided 2 businesses weren't enough to keep her busy.
I suddenly woke up one morning and decided I'd like to sell shoes. I could never buy the sort of shoes that I liked around here, so I decided to do it myself and source them from all over the place, Italy, Austria, France, and I found a niche market.
Despite a successful business empire in the medieval town, they've decided to up sticks in search of a very different life in Wales.
We've been very happy in Sandwich for 8 years, and it's time for us to move on. We live on quite a busy road. I think the time is to move on to somewhere more peaceful and quiet.
We've always lived by the sea. We've always lived down the east coast.
And we've done a lot of walking in Wales, and we just love the peace and the tranquility and the beautiful open scenery.
And for Ian, there's one other advantage of living in the countryside.
The last few years, I've not been able to use my telescope anything like as often as I've wanted to. And it's just something that I would really like to do. Have one that I can, link up to my computer and take photographs. Living in the countryside, skies will be much darker and you can see more stars.
There may be a change of scenery on the cards, but whether there'll be a change of pace is debatable.
We don't particularly want to retire yet, but it would be nice just to perhaps slow down.
Retirement? What's that?
Well, retirement, I think, is just doing things that you enjoy doing anyway, and we do enjoy doing what we're doing.
It'd be nice to enjoy doing something different that I didn't have to do.
As well as hoping the move will mean more time with each other, Jill wants to see more of daughter Claire, who lives in Chester.
We've always lived a long way from each other, and I would love to live near enough just to pick the phone up and just say, come over for dinner tonight, or shall we go shopping together? And just do mum and daughter things together would be so nice.
Moving nearly 300 miles away with a lifetime of possessions and a dog in tow will certainly be a challenge, but when it comes to finding the perfect property, Jill's hoping that will be the easy part.
I get quite emotional about houses. When you walk into a property and you know it's right, you get that really lovely feeling that, oh, this could be home. I think I will know when we find it. I think it will sort of say, here I am, come and buy me, hopefully.
Ian and Jill love walking in the Welsh countryside, so have set their sights on Denbighshire and the surrounding areas for its stunning scenery and proximity to family. Their daughter Claire lives less than an hour away in Chester, and Ian's parents are further north in Yorkshire. Before we start the search, I'm meeting them to find out the finer details.
Good morning, Jill and Ian.
Morning.
Although, as we're in Wales, I should say Bore da. I'm welcoming you to Denbighshire, but actually you both know the area so well.
We spent a lot of time in North Wales walking and camping, so we decided that we would like to make the move to the country up here.
But you are a busy, busy woman, Jill. Ian, is she going to be able to chill in the country?
Well, that's the challenge, really.
You don't sound so sure.
Well, she's pretty good at chilling.
OK.
We just don't get very much time for it.
So what do you both want in your property?
An old house with a large lounge, because I play the piano, so I'd love to put a grand piano and a baby grand piano in the lounge. I'm sort of envisaging this big family kitchen with everybody sitting round and just having some family time, really.
For me, I'm looking for nice dark skies because I want to restart my hobby as an astronomer, but I also want to be reasonably close for commuting purposes.
So rural, but not too rural?
Yes, that's right, yes.
And how many bedrooms would you like?
4 or 5, mainly for family.
So you're not going to be tempted to restart your B&B business?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
What else?
I would quite like some outbuildings. I have got a shop in Kent at the moment, and I'd quite like to start that business up here as well with my daughter.
So space for an office on site?
Yes, space for an office and a showroom.
Remind me how much you've got to spend on this dream home.
Well, our top budget is £550,000.
That's a really good, healthy-sized budget for this area. So I think we've got 3 fantastic properties that we can show you.
OK.
So excited.
I love this excitement. Let's go.
For their budget of £550,000, Jill and Ian would like a period property with 4 or 5 bedrooms. Jill is looking for the large family kitchen of her dreams, as well as space to set up a new business. Ian travels for work, so would prefer not to be too rural. We've got 3 wonderful Welsh properties lined up, all with period charm for Jill and clear skies aplenty for Ian. As always, they won't know the price tag of each house until after they've viewed it, and our third and final stop will be at our mystery house, offering them something a little bit special, but with a compromise.
How do you think you'll both know when the house is right for you?
I probably will just burst into tears if I see something. It's just a gut thing.
I'll probably look a little more rationally at the practicalities, but it's going to be a joint decision.
We're starting our search just outside Denbighshire in Bradley, a small village 4 miles north of Wrexham, the largest town in North Wales. Alongside the border to England's Cheshire, it's also just 11 miles to Chester, where Ian and Jill's daughter Claire lives. The village itself has a village hall, a number of shops and sports clubs for locals. Plus, it sits on the doorstep of Alyn Waters Country Park. The park is split into two either side of the River Alyn and offers a variety of woodland, grassland and riverside trails which would keep keen walkers Ian and Jill busy. Our first property sits in a wooded valley further south along the River Alyn.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
I love that reaction to house number 1.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It used to be an old farmhouse. And I know that the bits in the end, the rendered parts, look like the newer parts, but actually those are the older parts dating back to the 16th century. And they think the middle section is the newer part, 18th century.
It's lovely. I said old. I didn't expect 16th century.
And the other good news is you're about 15 minutes from Chester.
Really? Only 15
Yeah.
minutes? You wouldn't know that, would you? It's so beautiful. It's just so peaceful.
First impressions look really good.
Yes,
Can't wait to
yeah.
get inside.
Yeah.
Let's go
Really
then.
exciting.
The property is laid out in an upside-down L shape. On the ground floor, the reception rooms run the length of the back of the house with views of the garden. The kitchen and utility rooms are positioned on the front end of the house, and there are also 2 large rooms to the side of the property that would be ideal for Jill's business. The front door brings us straight into the centre of the house.
Quite an entrance hall, hey?
Oh, wow. And I can see a grand piano.
Your very own piano room.
Oh.
And I want to take you to the drawing room.
Oh, wow.
You wanted large living spaces.
Oh,
This
it's
is nice,
beautiful.
large
It's really, really
room.
beautiful.
A study just over there.
A lot of character in this room.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Can you imagine the family sitting here?
Yeah, I can, definitely.
This actually used to be 2 living rooms, hence the 2 fireplace areas. But it's now 1 big drawing room.
Yes, it's nice.
But your most important room,
Yes, my kitchen.
we better go to that. Do you want to lead the
Oh,
way
yes, oh,
into
yes.
your kitchen?
Yes.
So far, this house seems to have the character and living space Jill and Ian are after. With that sort of reaction, I'm confident the open-plan kitchen and breakfast room won't disappoint either.
Wow.
Is this big enough for you?
Yes. Yes, it's lovely.
Okay, nice
Yes,
size.
yes, I can see a table in there for the family. Get-togethers, yes. Oh, so many bits to it. It's just, oh, it's gorgeous.
And just
Yeah.
through there
Yes.
is a utility room that's the biggest utility room, honestly, that I've ever seen. It's as big as this kitchen. And then on the other side
Yes,
of that
yes.
is a boot room.
Got the muddy dog.
Do all the doggy stuff.
It's perfect.
And just through there,
Yes.
there's a little business annex area that I'm dying to
going
show
to be
you.
busy.
Yes.
Conveniently accessed from the kitchen but separate from the rest of the house is an area currently used as a games room.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
Well, this whole area has a separate entrance, so I do think it would work great as a showroom,
Yes.
office, business area, storage areas.
Wow, yeah.
So you've got the mezzanine floor,
yeah.
I think, for all your storage. I'm already planning your
Yeah,
business,
yeah.
by the way. So it really is like a separate...
That is food for thought, that really
a
is.
separate
Yes,
store, like
yeah.
a shop.
Yes.
This used to be a dairy just back here, so that's why it's got the sloping floor, so that all the slurry could be washed down.
It's a remarkable
It's,
room.
Oh,
Pair
wow.
of rooms, isn't it?
it's amazing,
Yeah.
isn't it?
There's more downstairs than you would imagine from the outside.
Yes.
So far, so good.
It's,
yes.
it's really quirky.
I'm glad you like quirky, because I think you really will like the upstairs too.
Okay,
Let's go.
Can't wait.
The house has 2 staircases. The principal staircase leads to the first floor corridor serving the family bathroom and 4 bedrooms, 2 currently used as singles, useful for any future grandchildren, and 2 large doubles. We're heading up the second staircase from the breakfast room to the main bedroom at the front of the house.
So this staircase is almost a private staircase for a whole master suite area. So over there is what the family currently uses as a lounge, but actually I think would make a perfect dressing room to go with the master bedroom.
That's a good idea.
This isn't quite an ensuite, but it's a nice-sized bathroom that would be a totally private bathroom, I think.
Yes.
And then you have the master bedroom.
Yeah. It's lovely.
Yes,
You've
it's a
got
nice
the
size
dual
room.
aspect windows,
Yes.
so it's very light and airy in here.
And the
It's
outlook, actually what we wanted, isn't
very
it?
peaceful.
Let's go and see your outside
Definitely.
space
Yes.
while you start to think about how much
Yes.
all of this land is worth.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to lead the way?
On the second floor, there are 2 additional attic rooms, meaning the house could offer up to 8 bedrooms if needed. Heading downstairs via the main staircase brings us to the large, light conservatory. French doors to either side lead straight onto the landscaped gardens.
This property comes with a lovely cottage garden,
Yeah.
including a pond and a beautiful blue bridge. Just back there.
Yes.
We're in vegetable garden over there. And just down there, there's a carport for 3 cars, 3 cellars which have an outside entrance, so lots and lots more storage space. It's time to tell us what you think this property is on the market for. Who'd like to go first?
I would say 549.
I think it'll be slightly less. 520,000.
This is currently on the market for £550,000, so we have
Okay.
used up all your budget.
It's
Okay.
worth it. It is a beautiful house.
I could see us here.
Yes, I could see it here.
Do you want to go back and have another
I
look
would.
now that you know the
Yes,
price?
Yes, yes.
You might see the
Definitely.
house
Yeah.
through different eyes,
Yeah. No,
and then I'll meet you at the front.
Okay.
This period property may be at the top end of Jill and Ian's maximum budget, but I think it gives them everything they're after in a great location. It offers more than enough bedrooms for guests, and Jill would get the large kitchen she wanted, as well as the potential to start up a business on site. It's also just 15 minutes to their daughter Claire in Chester.
It's a lot of house. It's very quirky. It's got what I wanted. I want the big family kitchen and a range. It's quite large, but it's still got that homely feel.
We can certainly see ourselves living here. The location is good. The house is amazing. The amount of space gives us lots of room for possibilities with Jill's business. Yes, this house has real possibilities.
What a successful start. You couldn't have asked for anything more. Could it be home?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yes.
brilliant. Should we go and have some lunch before house
Oh,
tea?
yes, please.
Okay.
No matter how high or low you travel in Wales, the diverse Welsh landscape is guaranteed to deliver one thing: sheep. But surprisingly, it wasn't the large population of these national icons that led to Wales's dominance in the textile trade. It was in fact its fast-flowing rivers, charging through the valleys, that were ideal for powering mills since the advent of the water wheel in the mid-18th century. We sent Ian and entrepreneur Jill to Trevi Woolen Mill on the edge of Snowdonia to meet 4th-generation weaver Morgan Williams for a chance to visit a family business that's been running since 1859.
Well, this is where it all begins. We are now in the blending shed, and you can see lots of wool behind us. We use mainly 2 kinds of wool. This is New Zealand wool, which is hard and dead. But this is the beautiful British wool. It's got hundreds of little springs in it. So what we do, we mix the 2 wools together. So lovely and soft from the British wool and hard-wearing from the New Zealand wool.
Yeah.
Trevi is one of the few remaining mills of what was once an important Welsh industry. Well placed along the fast-running River Cravnant, it used its water to drive the wheels and wash the wool until hydroelectric power was introduced in the early 1900s. When the wool is mixed, it's blown through a pipe to the carding shed for the next stage of blending.
This is the carding process. This is how the wool comes, the blended wool comes here nice and soft. And then after it's gone through the carding machine, it's like this. Every fibre individually mixed together.
It's beautiful.
Wool is passing from roller to roller, and all the rollers are covered with little metal teeth.
The wool passes between the different rollers in the carding machines, which finely comb it into slubbings, soft, twistless threads with little strength. It's the spinning process that strengthens the wool by stretching and twisting it to create yarn ready for weaving.
Well, this is one of our looms, which is weaving the Welsh tapestry bedspreads.
How many threads are there on him?
2,600.
Wow.
They're all traditional patterns, well over 100 years old, this particular one.
Welsh blankets like the one on this machine were traditionally offered as wedding gifts or as part of a dowry. They would have been handed down through generations as family heirlooms. Here at the mill, each one takes just an hour to make.
How does it work?
Well, there are threads here you can see coming down. These are called the warp threads. The shuttle passes through about 90 to 95 times a minute, and they leave the trail of weft. There's 4 shuttles in the loom. Each shuttle has got a different coloured weft in it to make the different coloured squares.
OK, so can we see it working, Morgan?
Yes, can you stand back, please, for safety?
Demand for traditional woven items like this has increased in recent years due to a growing appreciation of the qualities of the wool, the Welsh heritage, and the traditional skills needed to make them. But before Jill gets inspired to start up another new business, it's time to get her and Ian back to the property search. For our next house, we're heading west into the heart of the Denbighshire countryside to the village of Derwen, 6 miles from the historic market town of Ruthin. Situated in the Vale of Clwyd, renowned for its beautiful scenery, Derwen is a rural village with a local pub and a community shop. For further amenities, locals travel to nearby Ruthin. Our second property occupies a commanding position on a southeast-facing hillside, surrounded by fields and farmland.
So house number 2
Yes.
is in the Vale of Clwyd.
What do you think?
You're
He's
right.
speechless.
Yeah, well,
Nice views.
it is a nice view.
Good dog walking country.
Yes.
And the house itself is a Grade 2 listed 19th century farmhouse.
Nice traditional house. Hadn't thought of an old farmhouse like this.
Well, this is actually the side of the house. The front door is just round there.
Right.
But the owners use this entrance, so
Yes.
let's do as the owners
Okay,
do.
we will.
OK.
Thank you.
Sitting on a plot of around half an acre, this red brick farmhouse may look modest from the side, but has a striking facade and offers 3 floors of accommodation.
So the side entrance leads us straight into the kitchen diner.
OK.
A muted reaction,
Yes.
which I'm not used to.
A bit small.
OK.
Yeah.
There is a utility room which we passed on our way in,
Yeah.
so there is space for storage elsewhere.
Yeah. No,
This is.
hasn't grabbed me yet. No.
Ian, are you as underwhelmed by the kitchen?
I don't think that much underwhelmed. It has potential. Let's see what the rest of the house has to offer.
Living room it is.
Sadly, the all-important kitchen has failed to wow Jill, but I'm not giving up just yet.
Wow.
That's what I was looking for. I was hoping the sitting room would impress you a little bit more.
Oh, yes. It's beautiful in here.
And lots of light from the
Lovely
windows.
So
Really
could
beautiful.
you put up with a smaller kitchen with this kind of living room?
Possibly. Possibly. It's a lovely living room.
A couple of other things I want to show you.
OK, sounds intriguing.
Yes.
Let's go back out.
Yes. OK.
The downstairs rooms are linked by a central hallway. There are also a formal dining room and cloakroom. We're heading through the second sitting room.
There's another fireplace here in this snug.
Nice room.
It is. And through here is this lovely
This is
conservatory.
nice, isn't it?
Oh, yes. And what views again?
Yeah, what fabulous views.
And I think that's one of the main
It's the attraction of this
attractions
house, isn't it? It's the view.
of the house. Exactly. If
Yes.
you want views, this is it, really.
This is it, yes.
Is that kitchen still bugging you?
Yes.
OK, well, let's show you the bedrooms
OK.
and then we'll revisit what's
OK.
going on up there.
Yeah. OK.
Let's go upstairs.
The bedrooms are arranged over 2 floors.
This house has got 5 bedrooms
OK.
and 2 of them are here. They're really good sized and both of them have en suites and
OK.
neither of them is the master bedroom.
OK.
Right.
So
Okay.
3 en-suites in this
Looks
house.
lovely. This is beautiful.
It's quite a master
It
bedroom.
is, isn't it? Yes.
He's looking up at the beams. Are they okay?
Oh, beam's good.
He's all
Good.
right.
No, it's lovely.
And lots of space for a huge bed and a really lovely ensuite.
Yes.
Just through here. Do you want to have a quick
yes.
look? Also got some wardrobe space as well as being a bathroom.
That's nice.
What do you think so far?
I think the upstairs is beautiful.
Well, let's see the outside,
Okay.
your garden,
Yes.
and then you will have to guess the price.
Okay.
The 2 final bedrooms are on the top floor. Outside, a number of different entertaining areas make the most of the property's stunning views. There's also an outbuilding with a double carport, garage, a greenhouse and a large workshop, which could work as a ready-made showroom for Jill's accessories business.
So the garden goes more or less all the way around the property.
Yes.
This is your sun patio area.
This is a very nice patio. This is lovely here.
Vegetable garden just there.
Still got the view.
Lots of views.
Yes.
I mean, it's difficult to find a place without the
Without
views
a view here.
in this property.
Yes.
So how much do you think this house is on the market for? I'm going to start with you, Ian.
Because of the size of the house, I would estimate for £425,000.
I would think it would be around about 460,000.
They're a fair bit under what they're asking
Oh.
for. It's on the market for 550,000, so
Oh.
we've gone up to the top of your
Really?
budget. It's a very sought-after location, the Vale of Clwyd.
Yes.
Do you want another look?
Yes, we will go and have another look round.
Yes.
Yes, please.
For Ian and Jill's maximum budget, this house has the 5 bedrooms they wanted, and despite a smaller kitchen than our first offering, there's plenty of living space inside and out. Plus, there's a separate outbuilding with workshop, where Jill could start up her business.
A big space.
Big space, really good room for a showroom.
Or even my tools. Because it's a Grade 2 listed building, I had a perception of it being an older style of internal decoration. The internal decoration is really modern, and it just, for me, it just didn't quite feel to fit.
The view has certainly is magnificent. Can't fault the view. It's just what I wanted, really. The upstairs is amazing. I just absolutely love the upstairs. I've just mixed feelings about the kitchen, but I know that can be changed.
I don't suppose it's growing on you by any chance?
Oh, it might be just a little bit.
It is?
Yeah.
And would a
Maybe.
glass of wine help?
Oh, certainly.
That's what I'm going to go and get you then.
Okay.
Come on.
It's the second day of our Denbighshire house hunt with Ian and Jill, who have a property budget of £550,000. And after 8 years running businesses in the seaside town of Sandwich, Kent, they're hoping a move to North Wales will give them more time for themselves and for family. Coming up, could our mystery house be the one?
It can be our future.
Could be.
It could be.
Does she even remember House 1?
And I find out why this pretty plant is threatening the local landscape.
Wow. That was the word of the day yesterday. We heard it lots with house number 1, not as often in house number 2. We learnt how much size matters to Jill yesterday, and we are giving her lots of space for the family with the mystery property. But are they prepared to go deeper into the Welsh countryside for it?
Our mystery house lies equidistant from our first 2 offerings in the historic village of Llandedla. Situated on the banks of the River Alyn, with the Clwydian Range to the northwest and Llandedla Forest to the southeast, it's a peaceful spot favoured by walkers and mountain bikers. Part of the famous Offers Dyke path passes through the village itself, attracting visitors from around the world. Over the years, the village has grown and now has a number of local businesses and places for visitors to eat and stay. Its mix of properties of all ages, styles and sizes also make it a desirable place to live. Just over a mile from the village, in a rural location on the edge of the forest, is our mystery property.
Ian, she's got tears already. wow, it's beautiful. It is, isn't it? We've actually brought you somewhere more rural than the other two houses.
Just look at all the... Oh, it's just what I wanted. Look at it, it's just gorgeous. Just look at the view from here.
It's a barn conversion. About 12 years ago, actually, this whole building was full of animals. So it's only recently been converted into a lovely, lovely family home. And I am dying to show you it. So let's get inside.
Yes, please.
We're dying to look.
I was worried this property would be too rural for Ian and Jill, but I'm delighted at their positive reaction. Constructed of stone under a slate roof, this building was originally attached to the neighbouring farm. Parts of this property are thought to date back to the 17th century, and through a sympathetic conversion, it's retained much of its original character.
Come in, come in. Straight into this gorgeous reception room, the centre of the house.
I'm speechless. It's really cosy.
It's a really good atmosphere,
It's
doesn't
got
it?
a lovely feel.
The timbers. OK.
But I've called this the centre of the house, and the reason I didn't call this the heart of the house, because I know your one big request has been a big kitchen diner.
Yeah.
Let's go to the heart of the house.
Oh, no, not more tears.
The ground floor of the property centres on the main lounge. To one side, there's a hallway leading to a utility room, a snug area, and the most important room of all.
How's this for a big family kitchen?
It's perfect. It's perfect.
And you've got the dining room area just here, so lots of space for everyone to gather round. Have you already moved in your head?
I've placed the furniture.
Have you?
Yeah.
I think you were right with your description about the heart. It feels like that, doesn't it?
There's the other side to Jill, of course, though.
My business side.
And we haven't forgotten about that.
Right.
And one side of this house actually has space for that. So let's go and see.
OK.
Thank you.
Lead the way.
To the other side of the main lounge, there are two further reception rooms, which, with a bit of reconfiguration, could work for Jill's business.
The current owners use this as their formal dining room. Some office space for you both.
Oh, right,
Fantastic. Oh, what a lovely room. Oh, my goodness, there's so much to this house.
Yeah, another good size.
Yeah, another good sized.
And obviously we just walked through the formal dining room, but if you didn't need a dining room, that could be an extension of your business space. This office has also got a separate entrance here
That'd be
that
perfect.
goes straight outside.
Yes. Yes.
And there are two stables just out there as well, which could either be storage or a little showroom.
Yes, this would be the hub of the business.
Do you want to see the upstairs? Do you even need to?
I'd love to see the upstairs, but I don't need to because I know it's going to be gorgeous. But yes, please.
The upstairs of the house is accessed by a large galleried landing above the lounge.
This is actually one of my favourite parts of this house.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
They've made such a great feature out of the A-frames that
Yes.
were part of the original barn.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's not what you'd expect
No.
from downstairs.
Now, there are 5 bedrooms
5.
to the upstairs, so
Okay.
lots of space for the family. But the master suite, and I say suite, is what you want to see.
Oh.
Directly off the mezzanine landing are 2 double bedrooms, as well as a smaller single bedroom. Down the corridor, there's a further double with a modern family bathroom, leading to the master suite.
I think this would make a lovely area for you and Ian.
Oh, my word.
So you've already spotted the dressing room,
I have.
a lovely ensuite, and then your master bedroom.
What more can you want?
It's a superb room. This is marvellous.
I'm thrilled to bits. It's a lovely, lovely family home. It can be our future.
Could be.
It could be.
Does she even remember House 1?
This has totally blown my mind.
Well, should we go and see the outside?
Yes.
And then you can start to think about how much you might have to pay for your dream home.
I couldn't have hoped for a better reaction to the inside of this house. Outside, as well as a well-kept garden, there's an area that wasn't on the wish list. 2 separate enclosures of land suitable for grazing.
So this property comes with 2.5 acres of garden and land.
2.5 acres.
That's right, all of that up to the fence. right up there? I know that's
Didn't
not what you
expect
asked,
that.
no, and I know that you didn't want too much land, but perhaps the farmer next door could help you look after it.
I'm just blown away by this property.
What do you think it's worth?
Ah.
What is this property on the market for?
I think it's going to be too perfect, and it's going to be above our budget. 575.
Do you think?
Well, I've been in danger of underpricing in the past, and I have a sneaking idea I could be in danger of underpricing this one. Well, I'm going to take a punt at 520,000.
OK. Ian's guts was right. We have gone under.
Oh, you're not! You're joking!
We have gone under your budget, but we've gone more under your budget than you thought. This is currently on the market for £495,000.
Is it?
I've already moved the furniture in.
Go rearrange it then.
OK.
Coming in at £55,000 under their maximum budget, this property delivers everything on Ian and Jill's list, including 5 bedrooms, a kitchen to Jill's taste, plus office space to house the business. The location may be more rural than they wanted, but if they can make it work, it's still only just over half an hour from daughter Claire in Chester.
This is a really nice, cosy room. Just chill out in here. It's got lovely doors.
And then summers, open the door, barbecues on the patio.
Yeah. It wouldn't have been something we would have come and looked at because it is more rural than we were probably thinking of. But once we're here, it's just absolutely perfect.
It's got a really nice separate living area. The bedroom is perfect for us. I'm having difficulty thinking of anything that I don't like about the property.
The most amazing feeling when you walk into somewhere and you know you can be happy.
I bet you don't want to leave.
No, I feel like celebrating.
I was going to suggest a cup of tea, but maybe champagne then.
Who knows?
Let's get out of this rain.
OK.
From the broad beaches of the north coast to the dramatic Vale of Clwyd, Denbighshire has a diverse and largely unspoilt landscape, but one species of plant is threatening to destroy large parts of the native habitat. Impatiens glandulifera, or Himalayan balsam, as it's more commonly known, was first introduced to the UK in 1839 as an ornamental plant at Kew Gardens, but by 1855 it had escaped into the wild. The cool mountain climate of North Wales provides the ideal conditions for it to thrive, and it's now colonised riverbanks all over the region. With a significant and detrimental effect on native species, countryside groups and agencies have got together to try and eradicate it from the landscape. I've come to the Dee Valley to meet countryside warden Rhian Jones to find out more about the effort.
This is Himalayan balsam.
The gorgeous plant.
It is very pretty. Am I allowed to say that? Because I know you think it's a problem.
Problem is that each plant can have about 800 seeds, and in no time at all, it can take over entire stretches of areas like where we are today.
And why is that a problem?
Eventually, it gets so dense that no native wildflowers have the opportunity to grow underneath it, not even grasses. And when it does die off, you're just left with totally bare, exposed riverbanks. Then during winter, the river floods and there's nothing to bind the soil together, and we're seeing real increased rate in erosion of land as well.
So what can you do to control the balsam?
It's an incredibly shallow-rooted plant, and so it uplifts really easy.
So you just pull it out?
We do, but if you just leave it on the ground again, the chances are it could reroot. So we do crush the plant, and you can see these nodes here. If you cut it below the bottom one, then it's just going to die.
Himalayan balsam is the tallest annual plant in Britain. A few years ago, we would have been drowning in a sea of plants 2.5 metres in height. But for the second year running, Rhian and the volunteers from the Clwydian Range and Dee Valley have come to clear the whole area of the plant. Aptly titled D-Day, the event started last year, and this year it runs throughout the month of July.
You've got a good group here, eh?
Yeah, fantastic. Without the involvement of community groups, anglers and the like, we've just got no chance of succeeding on this project. We're running a barbecue today, you know, so
Yeah.
apart from the social side, you can see the real difference and what an improvement it's making to the habitat of the area. Would you like to have a go?
Job done.
We'll have a look.
Of course.
Fantastic.
I can't leave without volunteering myself.
No, absolutely not.
Today, around 25 volunteers, young and old from the local community, have turned up to help tackle the problem here on the riverbanks. Between them, they're pulling up more than 2,000 plants a day.
You really look like you're enjoying this.
Yeah, no, it's really good to get out of the office and come and do some practical work for a change, you know. It's satisfying, and you know you're doing it for the wildlife as well. You can actually see the toil that you put in and the outcome from that.
Flowering from June, the best time to pull the plants up is in July, before they go to seed at the end of summer.
What happens to all these piles afterwards?
Well, they will just compost down.
Oh, will they?
Yeah.
And that barbecue, it's really coming up nicely. I can
It
smell
smells good. I think we've earned it. Shall we go and
Yeah.
indulge?
Seeds from the plants stay viable in the ground for 3 to 4 years, so it'll be another couple of years before this site is likely to be clear. But with more than 500 people taking part this year across 40 public events along the Dee Valley, it looks like they're well on their way to eradicating the nuisance plant altogether. But now it's time for me to catch up with Ian and Jill and find out how they're feeling about our mystery house.
Well, that mystery house shook everything up, didn't it?
Yes,
Did a
it
little.
certainly did.
This morning, you were fairly sure about house number 1, weren't you?
Yes.
What happened?
Blew me away. Totally. The absolute perfect dream house, that one.
So what happens now?
And we'll certainly be putting in an offer on the mystery house. We have ours to sell, but hopefully we can get things moving quickly.
Yes.
And with the mystery house, did we bring you something that you may not have gone to see yourselves?
Yes, certainly.
Probably a little more remote than perhaps we might have had in our search.
Well, good luck selling your property, because that's the next big step. And let us know how you get on.
We certainly will, thank you.
And I hope you move in here soon.
I hope so.
Yes, we do too.
Yes, thank you so much.
Jill and Ian came here looking for their dream family home, and that's exactly what they found. We know it's an emotional move for them, and Jill's tears of joy said it all. Sometimes when you know, you know. I couldn't be happier that they've both felt so at home here in Denbighshire, and I really hope they're able to buy the mystery house and start their new life soon. See you next time on Escape to the Country.
Ian and Jill went back to the mystery house for a second visit and had an offer accepted the following week. With the pressure on to sell their house, hopefully a move will be on the cards soon. If you'd like to escape to the country in Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, England, or perhaps further afield to the continent and need our help, please apply online at bbc.co.uk/beonashow.